Hello guys, this is a radio from a 2005 Toyota Corolla. Customer brought me this and said radio doesn't work anymore, doesn't power on. Let's connect to the power supply and confirm. Moment please. I found the original service manual for this radio, which is great, and here I have, where is it? Here I have a complete connector pin assignment. This makes easy to connect. Okay, I have connected power and ground, pin 7, 3 and 4. Like this. Now, let's see what happens. Take some current. Power on. It's powering on. Okay. Let's connect the speakers. I've now connected the two front speakers. And nothing, no sound. This knob here doesn't work. Now I have sound. What's wrong? It looks like this radio have a bad contact somewhere, because I've noticed the background display for background light for the display just switched on, and before it was not lighting. I disassemble the radio now and see if I can find any bad contacts if I push on the PCB. Let's see. The radio is now open, and let's see if something reacts. Ah! Can you hear this? Aha! The backlight is now off again. Now it's on again. Restart. Let's tune to a station. Moment, I connect the antenna. Oops. Ah! Have you heard that? This is the problem here. If I push on this heatsink, the problem acts up. Yes, here's the problem. And as you can see, okay, the backlight is on again. Before the backlight was off. Now it's off. Can you see? I guess this is an easy one. I disassemble now the radio completely and see if I can find any broken solder joints. Moment please. I have completely separated now the main PCB from the rest of the radio, and here I found some reaction when I push on this heatsink, but as you can see, these are through-hole style transistors, power transistors, and This is a double layer PCB, and I have never seen a broken solder joint on a double layer PCB. So that means the problem must be something else, not these transistors in this area. Let's go with the schematic diagram and find which power supply goes away in when the problem acts up. Okay, I'm gonna attack this problem now as follows. We have two facts. One is the background illumination from the display is missing when the problem acts up, and second, we have no sound. The first thing I've gonna do is trace the voltage supply for the display illumination. Here is the display connected with this flex cable, and this connector is, I hope I can see this, CN801. Here in the corner you can see this, CN801. Now I have already found in the schematic this connector, and this is our guy here, BLVCC. I think this means backlight VCC, which must be 6 volts. And let's trace this. Okay, it makes a loop and goes to pin 2 again. Also goes through a resistor, but here is not the problem on this 6 volt line because we have no sound too. This here is the switching transistor for the backlight. It's controlled by, this is only a Zener diode. This here is ground, 0 volts. It's nice, they have labeled the voltages. I must trace here. This 10 volt feeds this transistor, which makes 6 volt for the background illumination, and the 10 volts goes down here again through a transistor. This is also only a switch, and here too illumination 10 volt, and this is CN901, which is this guy here, and this is connected to the front panel here, and this is for the background illumination of the keys. Makes sense. But this 10 volts doesn't come from here, they come from up there. Here we was before. Now it goes in the forest. 10 volt. It comes from this direction, like the arrow points. From these both transistors, and here is B+. B+ must be the main power supply. Battery plus, I guess. Yes, it comes from pin 4, from the connector here. I have connected pin 4 here. This is B+. Okay, goes here, here, and then to these transistors Q701 and Q707. And what is this? Yes, they are switched in parallel. From here come these 10 volts. Now let's measure on these transistors what is missing. If the input voltage is missing, if the output voltage is present or missing in the when the problem acts up, or if the control side is missing. The control side comes from this power IC from pin 23. Now some very nice information. Now let's connect the scope and watch what happens. Okay, let's do some voltage checks. I have my voltmeter here and my scope, and first thing I want to do is to check the 10 volt outputs of these both transistors. They are both the same, 2SA1775. As you can see here, we are landed at this area again, which the problem must be. So now I have already found the pin layout of this transistor, because I want to know which pin is what. Pin 1 is base, 2 collector, 3 emitter. So base, emitter, collector. Let's check on the collector, which is what pin again? 3. No, the middle one. Middle one should be 10 volts. Let's check. I have to remove my clip here. As you can see, I have 10 volts. Now let's wiggle again a bit. Oh, now the radio turned off. Now the problem acts up, and I have no more 10 volts, I have 1 volt now. Okay, let's check on the emitter. Oh, now I can hear 50 Hertz sound out of the radio. I installed the heatsink surface for the power amplifier here. I don't want to blast my power amplifier, and also I have limited the current to 1 amp. I don't want to blow anything more. Pin 3 is the emitter. Okay, let's check if I have 12 volts there. Must be 12.7 approximately. 12.8. Yeah. Now the radio turned on again and started to work again, and I have 10 volts again. Now not. Now I have 0.7 volt on the output. Let's check the input. Oh man, this radio switches on and off. 12 volts and it's working. Now wiggle on the heatsink. Now the problem is here. I do have 12 volts, and on the collector again 0.7. Emitter 12 volt. Damn, this radio, I can't do any measurement. Constant 10 volt. Now it works again. Damn it, I can't do any measure. This sucks. Moment, I do 2-channel measurement now. In the meantime, I have removed the heatsink from these transistors to get more access. And while I was checking the voltages on these transistors, I guess I found the problem. Check this out. If I only touch this, the problem appears. Backlight comes and goes, the radio goes crazy. And I have a suspicion where the problem is. Right there. Here is a trace to the base connection of the transistor, and this trace comes only from the top. Switch off the radio now. I know this is a through hole PCB transistor, I mean. I guess here is the wire broken and only the ring from the top part of the wire is alive. Because during the vibration while driving, here was some vibration on this heatsink. And this heatsink here is connected to the radio housing, also to the outer side of the radio, and I guess here was some vibration and broke this wire. I will do a scope shot to show you what I mean, but I'm really sure now this is the problem. Here is what I'm talking about. As you can see, the solder is not on top of this solder pad. It's only here, and I guess here is the bad contact between. As you see, the radio is actually not working, and let's try. If I touch it here, boom. It switches on. That's the problem. Release it. Touch it. Sorry. It works. Release it. Fault. So, that's the problem. Resolder all these transistors and confirm the repair. I have resoldered this guy now. Here. Let's check. First start, first try. Okay, now do a wiggle test. No more reaction. Beautiful. Perfect. I call this a fix. Reassembling the radio and do a last check after this. Okay, let's do a last final check. Power on. Wiggle, push, press. No more reaction. I would say this radio is fixed. Perfect.
Als erstes brauche ich
tune to the station just for fun. Let's check the CD player. No disc inside. Shock test for the CD player. Okay, that was too much. Fine. I would say install the top cover and call the customer. Thanks guys for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.